What is going on, guys? Jezzi here with One of One Traders, and this is my trade review from March 18th, 2025. This trade did about 65%, as you can see here, sent out live. QQQ puts, 471 puts, first trim, 472.57, stop zone 475, trimming, trailing stop, 65% on those contracts. As you can see, this is from my Thinkorswim, from the computer, and from my phone here. So that is the fills, and this is the live call out. Now let's get into the trade. So as you can see here, market dumped early morning. I haven't been trading too early on in the morning because the premiums have been a little bit high. And I typically rarely ever trade in the morning. I like taking PM trades, like 1 p.m. But, I'll look around the 10 to 11:30 gap right before lunchtime. So as you can see, big sell-off all early morning. I'm looking at a higher time frame before I even look at a smaller time frame to just kind of get a good idea of what's going on. And as you can see, it's just a strong sell bias on the 15-minute and on the 30-minute. We have a big strong sell here, weak buy here. Same on the 15-minute. We have 3 strong sells followed by a weak buy. So I am looking for. But as you can see, the candles are getting weaker coming to this level of support, and the volume is decreasing. But the sellers are still strong. There's still seller absorption, so there isn't going to be basically at this time in the market, there just isn't enough buyers to really change the direction, even though, as you can see, it was getting weaker coming down to this level. This is a strong level of demand. A lot of people buying, just not enough people buying. So sellers are still strong. Now I have an idea. I'm looking at shorts. Now I'm going to get into an entry. Looking at the 5-minute, I see here 1 high, 2 high. But I'm basically seeing how it's coming and testing the same support. So on this third retest on this support here, I'm looking for if it's going to break this previous high, because then it would create a higher high and hopefully a higher low, and then I'd be looking at calls. But in this scenario, that is not the case. We can see here on this move back up after hitting this big initial support, the buy volume was decreasing, and these are pretty weak buy candles. As we can see, it's rejecting right back down almost every single time, and it's kind of struggling to break this resistance. So I know this is going to be a tough resistance for it to break. And especially due to the seller absorption, it's not going to go up very much. So again, continuing to scale down for an entry. Again, a sell position is in mind. So now, as we can see, it's pretty weak coming up to this resistance here, where it initially caught a support. Buy volume is weak. Sellers are still a little bit strong. It's just the volume is starting to decrease. It is coming up to lunchtime. This was around 11:15ish. No, this was around 11 a.m. We're at 11 a.m. The trade went from 10:59 to 11:01, so it was about a 10-minute trade, 65%. As you can see here, I'm waiting for. So as you can see, it touches the support, where it was previously on the 5-minute a double bottom. As you can see on the 3-minute here, comes down, touches the support, rejects right back up. Now I'm basically waiting for it to break this resistance here, or form a lower high and then re-break this low. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for a 473.80 break. I did almost get that, followed by a super aggressive rejection back down. I did hop in at just a tad early, because I liked how aggressive the moves were. You can see on the 3-minute, it's just really shooting down, and it's rejecting really hard on the resistance. So it wants to come down, but after hitting that demand, it's obviously going to take some time, because orders are being filled and, transactions are happening and things don't happen. Like, it's going to take time for a price to retest, hit that resistance. It doesn't have enough momentum to break it, and it comes right back down. And then in that case, that is what happened. So we can see we have the break of that low, the retest, unable to break back above this high here. And this on this candle is where I entered. I set my stop to around this zone here, and because, oops, I set my stop to around this zone here, the 475 zone. As you can see, I put it here. QQQ 471 puts, first trim 472.53, stop zone 475. This was at 1058. As you can see, first trim 472.53 right here. Bam. Why did I get this level? Shh. I have an idea of what I'm doing. As you can see here, before it even got to that level here, I had that green line drawn as my trim level. And every time I take a trim, I am automatically trailing my stop. That is why I'm so consistent with my wins. You know, not all the time price is going to go to full take profit. Typically, I'll only have my full take profit for the rest of my runners, but I'm closing a majority of my contracts at that first trim, and it's not like that's a small number. As you can see, this first trim was 65% profit. So, as you can see, he forms that lower high, got in this trade once it broke this low here, and it absolutely ripped down. As you can see, closed the position, trailed my stop to this low here, got stopped out. Remaining contracts stopped out before a little bit above break even, and we are happy with that trade. So that was a 65% trade. I have been taking trades every day, and I have been winning every single trade. I've had a green day since last week. I have not had a losing day since, and you know, I can put a screenshot of my Schwab, but I don't care to prove anything. I always post screenshots of everything in the 101 Traders group. So that would conclude this trade analysis. I hope you learned something, and good luck trading. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.